Welcome to the Champions League results show, and we're gonna go ahead and obviously summarize the Champions League games that are gonna to take place. Not all of them, but the notable ones that obviously saw teams with star players that you guys are obviously bright well conversed with. I've gonna obviously put those balls at the back of the net and huge performances being put in by these players. Kylian Mbappe has been on target tonight. I've seen two braces, one coming in from Joao Felix and the other coming in from Julian Alvarez at Man City, and very many other people. Rodri going ahead to fire in all cylinders. Last season scoring only four goals, but he is now having four the entire I think they're like 6-7 games are going to play for Man City this season. It shows you how far Rodri is obviously going to be so much important and adding what we call quality to his game of being a central defensive midfielder. Because last season we saw to it that Casemiro went ahead to score very many goals. I think were they 7 goals the entire season, and Rodri had 4, meaning that Pep Guardiola got to know that it's really important for a CDM to really spare some time and obviously score close to 6, 7, or 8, 9, 10 goals a season. And Rodri is obviously being one of those players that is really doing that. So Borussia Dortmund has been beaten by PSG and very many others. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And you want to hit how many subscribers? We want to hit 18,000 subscribers for the end of this month, and here we come obviously in peace. Now let's start it off with a game of let's start it off with Barcelona. Right, Barcelona have gone ahead to obviously hit a Belgian side by 5-0, and Joao Felix scored a brace in the 11th minute and the 66th minute. Robert Lewandowski scored in the 19th minute. Then Jelle Batelli scored an goal, and Gavi in the 54th minute went ahead to put in those scores. And that shows you how Barcelona have gone ahead to obviously send their statement into the Champions League. And if I told you about Barcelona, this is what you need every time you're really playing in the Champions League. All you need is something simple. Get to the basics, beat the team terribly, such that it really gets to know who you are and what you really mean that you are doing none other than business into this beautiful game of football. And these were the stats. Barcelona had 22 shots and Antwerp had 3. 9 shots on target by Barcelona, and out of the 9, 5 in the back of the net. The other team had 1. 70% ball possession by Barcelona, the other one had 30%. 799 passes completed by Barcelona, the other team had 344, meaning that they almost did. It was twice the number of passes put together. 90% passing accuracy by Barcelona, and Antwerp had 85% passing accuracy. 10 fouls by Barcelona and 8 by Antwerp. Then 1 yellow card to Barcelona. The other side had 0 yellow cards, 0 red cards to both sides, 1 offside to both sides. 10 corners to Barcelona, and the other side really had 1. Now we look at the table and how it's standing as you see it there. The table has the following. They're having Barcelona on top with 3 points and a goal difference of 5. FC Porto have also gone ahead to win their game. They are having a goal difference of 2. They're going ahead to beat Shakhtar Donetsk, and they are 3 points. Shakhtar Donetsk being the 3rd, and Antwerp being the 4th with a -5. That is the Barcelona game. But I have something to say about Joao Felix. Maybe Joao Felix has gone ahead to find himself in a position of really getting to where he deserves to be as a player, because he has obviously gone ahead and obviously did the needful on several occasions for his club. Atletico Madrid, loaned at Chelsea, and things were not really working on well. But it looks like he has gone ahead to find himself a position to play at Barcelona. Having been one of the players that had dreamt to play for Barcelona, he said it close to 2 months ago that he is willing to obviously play for Barcelona, and is urging everyone to obviously see to it that goes that side. Finally, he was loaned to Barcelona and is doing all the magic. One of the most settled players I've seen this generation is Joao Felix, but he had really not gotten a fertile ground to sow his seeds to either. They obviously turn out to be into good harvest. But this time around at Barcelona, I think the manager Xavi is obviously getting a player that he really deserves to be having. When you look at him going to Barcelona with his fellow counterpart, that is Joao Cancelo, they are obviously feeling at home and they are doing wonders. For Lewandowski, you know what he does. He obviously scores those goals and always puts those balls at the back of the net. He has so far scored one, and he's obviously continuing to do the needful. Gavi, as usual, obviously continuing from where he stopped from and doing the needful for the club of Barcelona. So Barcelona have gone ahead to obviously score those goals in a very good fantastic way, and Xavi is obviously trying to meet his target. Remember, he told us that his target is simple. He wants to obviously be into the round of 16, and I think he's going to be there. Now, when we go to PSG, they're going ahead to beat Borussia Dortmund by 2-0 in a game that I believe PSG never obviously did enough to win. The results show you different, that it's 2-0. Kylian Mbappe taking a penalty in the 49th minute and Achraf Hakimi doing the needful in the 58th minute to obviously score, but it's really one of the hard-fought games, and this is the group of death. It also has a team known as Newcastle. When you look at the stats, PSG had 17 shots, Borussia Dortmund had 14. 3 shots on target by PSG, 1 shot on target by Borussia Dortmund, 68% ball possession by PSG, 32% by Borussia Dortmund, 686 passes completed by PSG, 315 passes completed by Borussia Dortmund, 89% ball possession by PSG, and 76% ball possession by Borussia Dortmund. No, it's passing accuracy is 76 by Borussia Dortmund and 89 by PSG. 8 fouls by PSG, 10 fouls by Borussia Dortmund, 0 yellow cards to PSG, 3 yellow cards to Borussia Dortmund. Then we go to the red cards. No side got a red card. 3 offsides to PSG and 3 offsides to Bayern Munich. 10 corners by PSG and 7 corners by Borussia Dortmund. The game was close, and it shows you that this is why this group is called the group of death. Remember, there is also Newcastle and AC Milan that have gone ahead to draw 1-1 in Milan, and Newcastle is hosting PSG next at the St. James's Park. That is it. So we wait and see how that's going to pan out. But PSG is on top of the table, Newcastle second, Milan third, and Borussia Dortmund last. So we wait and see how that really pans out and see how the chemistry really goes in through. To me, it has been a very good game of football, but it shows you the difference that the departure of Sergio Ramos, Messi, Neymar, Verratti have gone ahead to obviously cause to this side of PSG. They are no longer that threat. But when the front three really resonates and obviously starts to obviously understand each other and read each other like a book, I'm talking about Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe, and Kondol Muani, I think they'll do something great. And they're also having Goncalo Ramos on the bench. He can also come in through and obviously do the needful into these levels of football. So to me, I really understand that it's all about the first win. You know, in any tournament, the first game is always important. Even if it's the start of the Premier League or the league, near the league, the first win is always important. And in the group stages, the first win is always important, because when you happen to win all your games at home, those are 9 points. You only need 1 point away from home to obviously go through the group stages. And this is the group of death. PSG is also not safe because you don't know what result they're going to get from Newcastle, because at St. James's Park, Newcastle can turn out to be one of the hardest teams to beat on the night. Now, there is the Man City game that obviously shocked us, because in the first half, it ended 1-0 in favor of Grands Vazneda. You know, Osman Bokari went ahead and obviously scored a goal towards the end of the first half. Man City had, by that time, were they 28 shots, you know, and these ones had only 1, and that only 1 shot really went on target. But at the beginning of the second half, Guardiola always tinkered around things, and Julian Alvarez leveled the game in the 47th minute. Then he later scored a second one in the 60th minute. That That's what really completed his brace, and Rodri in the 73rd minute went ahead to make it 3-1 in favor of Man City. And they went ahead to obviously see themselves really have 37 shots. That is Man City. Let me show it to you exact from Google. Man City had 30. Hear me out. They had 30. Man City had 37 shots. Right? And this other team had 3. 16 shots on target. 2 shots for the other side. Now, this is where Man City beats all other teams. If at all you want to be a very clinical team, you have to score, you have to be having half of the total number of chances created on target. Now, 37, the half of that 7 is 30. The half of that 7 is 17, but they had 16. So they almost averaged a shot on target on every time they really attacked. So it shows you exactly what this is all about, and we wait and see what is obviously going to happen for Man City. That's what makes them different. That having 16 shots on target is really great, and it shows you that their clinicalness is still rusty, because they're going to have to score close to almost 5 or 6 goals, but they need to improve onto that. 76% possession by Man City. The other team had 24%. 733 passes completed by Man City. The other team completed 234. Man City completed 3 times the number of passes this team really had to complete. 92% passing accuracy, and the other team had 76% passing accuracy. 5 fouls to Man City, 9 fouls to the other opponents, 2 yellow cards to both sides, no red cards to both sides, 1 offside to both sides, and 12 corners by Man City and 0 corners by Zvrada. But the shocking bit of it all, guess who is topping the group? It's none other than RB Leipzig. They've gone ahead to obviously beat Young Boys by, is it 3-0? And they've gone ahead to top the group. They have a goal difference of 2, and Man City is also have a goal difference of 2 and 3 points. Zvrada is in the 3rd position, and the Young Boys is obviously the last team is going to have to do the needful. So it shows you that the defending champions were really shocked by the end of the first half, but they really came back and responded early enough. So that's what I had for you. Tell me your thoughts about PSG, Barcelona, Man City winning. Then Joao Felix's brace, Julian Alvarez's brace, Kylian Mbappe on target for PSG, and obviously so much and so on and so forth. So guys, I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. That has been all about the USL results show, and tomorrow Arsenal is hosting PSV, Manchester United is being hosted by Bayern Munich. Some big games to watch and see where this game of football is obviously going to end. Other results in the Champions League include the following. Now, Newcastle 0-0 with Milan. Young Boys, RB Leipzig have gone ahead to beat Young Boys by 3-1. PSG have gone ahead to beat Borussia Dortmund by 2-0. Shakhtar Donetsk have lost to Porto at home 3-1. Man City have beaten Crevena Zvrada by 3-1. Lazio and Atletico Madrid have gone ahead to end it 1-1. The goalkeeper of Lazio has gone ahead to score a goal in the dying minutes, and it has been a set piece and hit it back of the net. Then Barcelona 5, Antwerp 0, Feyenoord 0, Celtic 0. I think Celtic got 2 red cards into this fixture. So today we are having Real Madrid, Union Berlin. This is the early kickstart off with Galatasaray and Copenhagen. They are playing early on the day. Then Bayern and Manchester United, 22 hours. Benfica and RB Leipzig, 22 hours. Braga Napoli is another one. Arsenal, PSV, Sevilla, Rennes, Real Sociedad, and Inter Milan. That will close the first edition, all match day 1. And match day 2 will resume on the 3rd and 4th of October. So guys, that is it. Champions League results. We sign out for now. See you later. And we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims and subscribers. Barakallahu fikum.